On this wonderful day, we as the Kenya Association of Travel Agents join hands with South Africa Product Owners, SAPO, to create a relationship that will open up our country's citizens to the tremendous potentials of South Africa. Without South Africa tourism, this will not be possible. Therefore, I want to thank my colleagues Bontley and Fatima for the efforts that they've put together this event. This is indeed a momentous partnership between Kenya and South Africa. As Terian said, we are the biggest tourism destinations across the continent. So we are happy to see Kenya and South Africa joining up together. And this partnership will enable Qatar to provide great opportunities for Kenyans wishing to travel to South Africa, be it for business or pleasure purposes. We have been promoting destinations such as Dubai and Turkey to our citizens, and it's now time we sell our neighbor South Africa in order to create new and exciting opportunities for the Kenyans and the East Africa region as a whole. As Qatar, we are mandated to represent members in the local and international spaces. We are also mandated to protect our travel trade through advocacy and enforcing the code of ethics and standards. Furthermore, we are mandated to empower members and associations through industrial capacity building, and it is with this in mind that this partnership between Qatar and South Africa Tourism came to be. We are proud to have the South African delegation here in our city as we negotiate and deliberate on the exciting opportunities that await us. As we provide these opportunities to the Kenyan citizens, we are also very keen to ensure that we receive valuable and affordable opportunities in order to ensure more and more people, including the Kenya Association of Travel Agents, are able to mine more revenue for the great nations, for our great nations.
As you may know, South African tourism is a marketing arm of the South African government. We aim to promote the country domestically and internationally, whether for leisure, events, or business activities. It is in line with this that we are reaching out to the Kenyan market to increase the number of Kenyan citizens that should be visiting South Africa. South African tourism has been successful in marketing South Africa in the continent, and Kenyan arrivals has seen a decline, but looking forward to the projections, it shows that there will be a 10.7% increase of the arrivals of Kenyans to South Africa. The true growth and potential of the tourism sector can only be realized if the same growth is happening throughout the continent. For South Africa to grow and reach its potential, it is for the whole African continent to grow, because we are in the continent of Africa. This is why it's important that the synergy with Kenya is very, very, very fundamental. But we need to also remember that the mandate of South African tourism in Kenya is to make sure that the Kenyans travel to South Africa. So once that has been exhausted, obviously that will open up to other markets. But our mandate as South African tourism is clear. We would like our fellow Africans to travel the continent, Kenyans coming into South Africa. That's the number one mandate. And then opening it up globally.
Yeah. I mean, you know, one of the things that we strongly believe, and now as Africa players, we need to promote intra-Africa travel. We want to see more Kenyans travel to South Africa to go and experience what South Africa has to offer. You know, Cape Town is beautiful, Durban is beautiful. There's quite a big shopping, musical festivals. You know, they do all these things. And we're seeing more and more families and the younger travelers wanting to just go and explore Jozi and Cape Town. As well, I mean, we want to see South Africans also equally travel to Kenya and come and explore what Kenya has to offer. What we strongly believe in is that if we want to build our tourism on the continent, we must see more and more Africans traveling to each of these destinations and experiencing what Africa has to offer?
So the challenge is that the average South African traveler doesn't travel a lot. So we are literally right now doing a domestic campaign to encourage South Africans to travel. But I think that once they know and they've traveled South Africa, they will venture into traveling to Nairobi and Kenya and the rest of the continent. For example, the tour operators that we have brought in here, they had never traveled to Kenya, although they've been selling, but it's actually their first time here. So we hope that with ventures like these, they will go back and tell their families and friends about Kenya, because you know that word of mouth is very big, and then we'll start seeing a lot of South Africans traveling for leisure purposes into Nairobi.